64. When at peace, remember danger. When things are easy, don't get complacent. Brittle things are easily shattered. Small things are easily lost. Set things right before they go wrong. Get things sorted before they get confused. A mighty tree grows from a tiny shoot. A tower block 9 stories high starts as a heap of earth. 1,000-mile journey begins with 1 step. Struggle and you'll ruin it. Grasp and you'll lose it. The wise don't struggle, so nothing gets spoiled. The wise don't grasp, so they lose nothing. People usually mess things up just as they are about to succeed. Be as careful at the completion as you were at the start. Advance and retreat, hard and easy, strength and weakness, victim and victor. The wise remain equanimous in the midst of extremes and excesses. They desire to be without desires. They don't go after precious things just because they're hard to get. They study what others ignore. They bring people's attention to what has been overlooked. They help everything find its true nature and would not presume to do any more than this. '65. The ancients who knew Tao didn't try to explain it to everyone else. They let people be simple. People who are filled with ideas are difficult to lead well. Leaders who rely on ideas confuse the country. Leaders who avoid ideas are a blessing to the country. Understand the difference between these 2 ways and choose to be an example of natural goodness. Natural goodness is so deep and far-reaching. It leads everything back to an awareness of the whole. 66. Streams and rivers flow to the sea because it lies below them. That's why it is the greatest body of water. Following this example, if the wise want to guide, they are humble. If they want to lead, they work from behind. In this way, people don't feel pushed about. The wise lead without obstructing. Everyone helps them without resentment. Because they won't compete, no one can compete with them. 67. People say that my talk of Tao is all well and good, but it doesn't relate to anything. But this is precisely what makes it so important. Tao doesn't relate to anything, because Tao is everything. I have 3 qualities that I treasure and hold close: love, simplicity, and daring not to put myself before others. From love comes courage. From simplicity comes generosity. From daring not to be first comes leadership. People today want to be courageous, but not because of love. They want to be generous, but not through simplicity. They want to lead, but not with humility. This is hopeless. In conflict, it is love that wins. Love is the strongest protection. If you have love, it is as if heaven itself were keeping you safe. "68. A good guide doesn't insist. A good employer doesn't push people around. A good competitor isn't angry. And if they win, they aren't vindictive. Natural goodness doesn't struggle. It brings out the best in people. In ancient times, this was called heaven's way." "69. There is a saying concerning strategy. Don't invite a fight, but face it if you have to. Better to retreat a foot than advance an inch. This is making your move while staying still. Rolling up your sleeves, but not clenching your fists. Having an adversary, but not an enemy. Being armed, but not with weapons. It is a big mistake not to respect an adversary. If I did that, I'd have already lost what I value most. Only the compassionate truly win." 70. It is easy to understand what I'm saying, but it seems like nobody does. It is easy to live by my teachings, but it seems like nobody wants to. What I say and do is nothing new. Understand that, or you'll never understand me. Although I am so rarely understood, it doesn't diminish the value of what I have. The wise may look poor on the outside, because they keep their riches in their hearts. 71. It is healthy to know you know nothing. Pretending to know is a kind of sickness. Realizing you are ill is the beginning of healing. The wise are sick of sickness, and so they are well. 72. When people lack a sense of awe, something awful happens. Don't intrude on people's private life or get in the way of them making a living. Don't push them around, and they won't end up resenting you. Wisdom is knowing yourself, but not having to make a show of it. Having self-respect and not needing to seek approval. Choosing what is within, not what is without.